No, 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 you can't be ending like that. You bastards. Oh, my body. Oh. Oh, hello everyone and welcome to Sword Art Online 2 episode 8 review. Oh, my body. Oof. Right before we Right before we get into the ending. Oof. Let's take a quick breather. I'm shaking like a little bitch. Oof. Okay. This episode was oof. Okay, calm down. Yeah. Okay. We started off the episode with Kirito in GGO Gun Gale Online, and he was going up to meet Sinon and asking questions about the Ballad of Bullets, which is fair enough. And he was doing some research on her, and he was like, "Oh, apart from myself, are there any free unfamiliar names on the Ballad of the Bullets to see if Death Gun would be one of the three. I don't actually remember the names, but he could be one of them. But I don't think he's probably a more seasoned Ballad of Bullets player, considering that he's got like a rare fucking sniper rifle that is only heard to be existed, never seen. Anyway, when Sinon, and Kirito went in, everyone was like admiring both Kirito and Sinon, and they still think Kirito is a girl, which can't really fault them. And I actually thought that with what happened in the fight between Kirito and Sinon, that people would start to question Shinon's abilities, but they didn't. So I'm actually happy that her reputation is still intact. Speaking of Kirito and still being a girl, he just turns around, pink sparkles by him, pink background, and he's just like, "Cheer me on, boys, will you?" And I'm just like, "Oh no, Kirito." He's using his feminine wiles, even if there wasn't any to begin with, but still. He's manipulating the boys. Yeah, so we find out about the stage of the Ballad of the Bullets. Like, it's very big. It's fair enough. I mean, I was like, really that big? I'm surprised people would find each other. But then Sinon said it's basically because there's you're playing a game with guns, you need to start so far apart and you need a big map, which it's fair enough, her logic is sound. So we get a little bit of combat from random players, and then we see Dean, cowboy dude, just going in and biting the dust. Well, not killing people at random, and then, yeah. Now, when Sinon saw Dean like he was running, I thought he was running for either Kirito or Death Gun, and it was possible considering he was running from afar. But yeah, if it was Kirito, like it would get on the bridge, a vantage point, it's like, "Come on, you laser sword bastard, come get me." But yeah, Sinon was about to shoot Dean, and I was like, oh, I was rooting for him for some reason. But then before she had a chance to shoot him, Kirito just was like, turned her over, got on top, pinning her down, and he was like, no, 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 wait, I need to see this battle. Because he was following the white camo dude. I'll go into him in a minute, and Dean and their fight before anything, and Sinon was like, "Oh, why are you doing this?" And he's like, "I need to watch this fight." And then she's like, "What if I turn around and shoot you?" And then he's just like, "Fair enough." And then he's just begging her, "Please let me watch this fight. I need to know if this is Death Gun." He doesn't actually say it, but she knows that he's after someone, because he did mention to her when he was looking through the three random names, the new names, if one of them would be Death Gun, but none of them were recognizable. And I was looking to see if there were any hints of a sort of Online 1 name, like a combination with that name and the Gun Gale Online name, but no, there wasn't. I was like, oh, that theory is down the toilet. Yeah, Sinon doesn't decides to listen to Kirito's demands. She's like, oh, okay, I'll watch the fight, and like if I turn on you with your red beard after the fight's over, and she's like, and then he's like, fair enough, that's your decision. And I'm just like, really? Like, I know you won't do it, but still, like, you need to have a fair fight because I don't really want you stabbing him in the back. I really want the all-out brawl between you two. So yeah, Dean was versing the camo dude for a little bit, and he lost. I'm not really surprised. But did any of you think going into it that that was Spiegel? I think we saw him in this episode. Yeah, we saw him for like a cameo in this episode, but I had a funny feeling that he was Spiegel, mainly because of he was an acrobatics type character, and I swear that Spiegel said that he was one of those things, like an acrobatics type. And he said, "Oh, I'm not going to enter because of what Xaydam said, like acrobatics, agility, acrobatics type classes won't win the Battle of the Bullets." So yeah, he's probably gone in and deceived Sinon, because I have a funny feeling that he's in league with Defgun, but I don't know the motivation. Like, Defgun is for revenge, but what would Spiegel's motivation be? That don't tell me. Like, I want to find out for myself if I am right. If I'm wrong, then fair enough. I like to theorize. Anyway, Spiegel, I'm going to name him Spiegel for the sake of argument instead of calling him White Camo Dude. Spiegel got him shot, and I was like, what? And then I was like, I didn't hear a gun bullet, and then Shinon's like, oh, it's probably a silence laser rifle or a close, like a sniper rifle, but I think it was a close combat type. I mean, wasn't that far, but it was a quiet weapon nonetheless. So yeah, and then he's looking around, and I was like, Shinon notices that it's a stun thing, and I was like, oh my god, so that's why he hasn't faded away yet. And then he's looking around, and then I just see at the corner of my eyes, those red fucking eyes, I was like, oh my god, Kirito, look there! And then he finally saw him, and then Defgun, we see the sniper rifle, the elusive sniper rifle, and I mentioned in the beginning. I was like, oh, okay, so we're adding more to his awesomeness and his superiority. He's coming up, removes the cloak, gets the death gun, his actual death gun. Like, me and this gun share the same name. He starts to load it. Now, before I get to that, before I get to say, oh, it ended, but hold on. Kirito rather, was like begging Shinon to shoot, because he knows that that guy will die. And I'm just thinking, like, I'm still hoping that's a coincidence. I'm really hoping that's a coincidence, but if it isn't, then I'll be disappointed. But at least the entire game wasn't sectioned around people dying. I mean, so far 2 people have only died, and so far it might be a third. Might. Now, when we get into that, when he was loading the gun, he looked up to Sinon and Kirito. Now, with the stun, I don't think he's going to shoot Spiegel, if it is Spiegel. I think it was just like a tease to think that he's gonna shoot him. But I think that Spiegel is gonna get up, if it is Spiegel, like I said, is gonna get up, and then Defgun, Spiegel are going to fight Sinon and Kirito. And if that happens, oh my god, so much greatness. Because the way I see it, it's gonna be Spiegel versus Kirito, and then Defgun versus Sinon, because that's the best way to go about it. But I do hope but I'm still worried. So yeah, he's set to kill. He's set to kill anyone. If what I'm saying is wrong, he's set to kill that guy, and then he's going to go after Kirito. So yeah, very intense. Well, not really intense, but it was an interesting episode to be sure. I mean, it got intense more along the lines when it got to Dean setting up on the bridge and like something's gonna happen, isn't it? And then the tense factor was heating up, and you can tell with what Kirito was saying. So yeah, it was. I liked it. It was a good episode. I'm gonna give this a 7.5 out of 10. No, I'll give it an 8 out of 10 because of the intensity and for the setup for a fight. Because regardless of what you say, there's a fight, whether I'm wrong or not. So yeah, setup for a fight. Shinon is starting to show like not feelings but friendship, understanding towards Kirito because she not flinch like she was having second thoughts with shooting him. But yeah, that just got back to me with the first fight between them. I was like, you had machine gun in hand, why not pop his head? So yeah, 8 out of 10. Yeah, I go with that. I go with my gut. So yeah, I'll see you next week for a death gun for a fight, and I hope that it's done beautifully. So far, the fights have been done well for randomers. So yeah, 8 out of 10. See you next week. My body is ready for the gloriousness, but also worried. Good day. See you next week.